Hey guys, welcome back to a brand new Ninjago video here on the channel. My name is TannerFishies. In today's video, we are going to be discussing Ninjago Dragons Rising Season 1 Episode 14, entitled The Last Djinn. With that being said, this video will contain spoilers for the episode at hand. You have been warned, and we are simply going to be discussing my thoughts and opinions surrounding this episode. I will talk about the good of the episode, then I'll dive on into the bad, and finally, towards the very end of the video, I will give the episode a score out of 10 according to my own opinion. So, The Last Djinn, this is the big one, the one that we were all waiting for. Now, first things first, for the good, let's talk about the Djinn himself. His name is Ericor, and he is a very, very awesome character. And I love how this character's inclusion did not feel forced or unnecessary. I loved this character. First of all, I love his personality. He's really fun, he's really entertaining, he's very much depressed. He's a depressed character, and as a 20-something adult, I kind of relate to that. And his backstory is awesome. He was a Djinn adventurer and explorer who returned to his home realm to find it obliterated. Of course, they do reference in this episode that Ninjago was destroyed, and it's funny that Nia is the one to explain all of this to Sora. But essentially, Ericor, with Ninjago gone, he can no longer use his magic. But with the help of Nia and especially Sora, we see him periodically restore his power and his home realm around his neck. And it's kind of cute that he has a mini Ninjago glowing around his neck in his necklace. And also, I love the acknowledgement and the exploration of Djinn lore, not only from Skybound, but also from Spinjitzu Brothers. Not sure if that was intentional with the medallion around Ericor's neck, but I did appreciate the subtle reference nonetheless. I can see some folks being disappointed that this new Djinn isn't at all like Nauticon, because I know a lot of people want to see Nauticon back, and Nauticon is not found anywhere in this episode, but this just convinces me even more that the Djinn, at least not all of them, were evil. And maybe Nauticon and his father Kanjikan were the exception, and maybe the Djinn are actually good guys. And if Ericor is anything to go off of here, maybe the Djinn were a lot more wholesome than we initially thought. In terms of other stuff about this episode that I enjoyed, I loved the fight scenes and the action sequences, especially with the Howlers. I loved them. The whole thing with the curse as well that Nia and Sora get themselves into, that was also pretty fun to watch. But like I said, I loved the action scenes. I especially loved Ericor getting in on the action as well. Very excellent fighter this guy is, and such an amazing character too. I really like him, just in case you guys couldn't tell. I loved his character in this episode. And interesting to note, this guy is not an elemental master. Previous leaks and previous trailers made it look like he was an elemental master, but apparently he is not. He's just a magic user. Which I'm sure some folks are going to be disappointed in that, but honestly, I didn't think it was that big of a deal. I still really enjoyed his personality, and I'm glad he was introduced in Dragons Rising. Also, really quick, we cut back to Zane a few times in this episode, and he's just lost it. He's talking to Pixel's picture on a broom. Oh man, I thought that was pretty depressing, but also pretty funny. In terms of the bad, I can't really say anything concrete. I could probably poke some holes in the Djinn's story and the backstory of Ninjago. I noticed maybe a few inconsistencies, but it's not enough to ruin the entire episode for me. And also, Mr. Frohiki is still annoying, but at least he's not in this episode that much. Not as bad as the previous episode, that's for sure. So overall, I found myself to be relatively surprised with this episode in the best way possible. It's surprisingly wholesome, and the episode does have a lot of callbacks to earlier Ninjago, especially Skybound, and the episode introduces an awesome new character that I hope we see more of in the future. So with nothing real to complain about, I will give this episode a 10 out of 10 for everything I listed in my review. Very good episode, can't wait to watch it again. And with that being said, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here. Thank you so much for watching. Leave all of your thoughts and comments regarding this episode down below, and hopefully you enjoyed today's review. If you guys enjoyed this one, feel free to like and subscribe, do all that fun stuff, and I will talk to you guys again very, very soon. Peace.